In a stunning development, Tanzania has enacted a ban on foreigners operating small businesses in Tanzania. This has sparked backlash and a lot of questions for foreigners who have been doing business in the region for decades. This trade between Kenya and Tanzania and foreigners who have come to buy and purchase and to do trade in the region from tourism and many other industries, even retail, has really set people reeling because there's so many questions, and we're gonna get into it because I got questions too, and maybe you can answer some of those questions down in the comments. Let's hop on into it. Hi guys, I'm SYNOLVE. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We are headed to Kenya in November. I want you to be a part of it. Yes, I'm going to leave all the information below. Join my email list. Also, I'm the president and founder, along with my husband, of Adidas. And so this is a trade network. And so we want you to be a part of it. We have memberships so that you can be a part of it. This is trading globally is what we do. This is our time to shine. This time is now. And so I want you to be a part of it. I'm going to leave the link and you can click for more information below. Join us on the Kenya trip. Join my email list. Also have memberships for this channel that you can be a part of and you can join. I sure would love to have you a part of the Backstage family and to receive exclusive updates and information. Now, let's hop on into it, guys. Welcome. I'm SYNOLVE. Welcome, 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 family. Come on in. Take a seat. Get you something to drink. I got water, y'all, on deck. Because it's hot outside and we got to stay hydrated, honey. Looking beautiful and looking handsome and amazing, as I know all of you are. I love you, family. You're going to stick around. Stick around to the end. We're going to talk about this whole thing. Look, any information you got, drop it down below because we need to know. Okay, we need to know. All right, so listen all the way to the end. I need you to stick to the end. Help me, support me. Okay, I love you guys. So Tanzania's ban on foreigners operating small businesses, and so Tanzania has barred foreign nationals from owning and operating. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts from owning and operating mainly small scale businesses. Okay, y'all, I am pro small business. If you didn't know, I am pro small business. I think we should be trading with the world, with each other. No man is an island no country is an island unto themselves. No man is no group, no people group, no ethnic group. I don't know where you are in the world. You are not an island to yourself. You cannot just trade with yourself. You can circulate money, but you can't just trade with yourself. You gotta look globally. We live in a global world, and it's time for us as a people, as a nation, to rise throughout the diaspora, in America, in the West, to rise and to take our rightful place among builders and creators and traders who have been doing this for decades. Okay, now, so Tanzania has barred foreign nationals from owning and operating mainly small businesses, sparking concern and backlash from neighboring Kenya, but also the diaspora who are investing and have already invested in Tanzania. But this will also impact Kenyans because there are these border towns, and Kenya and Tanzania share a border. And so this is, East Africa had the East African Trade Alliance, and so so a pact and agreement. So now all of a sudden, what's this going to do? How is this going to impact them? And so, yeah, we're going to talk about it. And so the new directive prohibits foreigners and foreign nationals from 15 sectors, including mobile money transfers, tour guiding, mobile money transfers. Yeah. Who gonna cut off their money? Now, I wouldn't cut off my money. Tour guiding, small scale mining, on-farm crop buying. Y'all, Small scale crop barn. I'm about to go look and see what all we might do this in another video. All the crops that they were getting, Kenya was getting from Tanzania. I'm about to go look up all of them because I'm about to grow. Yeah, like, when you hear me talking, I want you to hear opportunity. That's what I want you to hear. Okay, beauty salons. You know we like to get our hair did. Okay, curio shops. You know that's the little oddities and trinkets, earrings, and everything from earrings to clothes to curio, right? It's the curio shops, and establishing radio and TV operations. Oh my gosh. Wow. Trade Minister Selemani Jafo explained that foreigners had increasingly become involved in informal sectors and areas that are better filled by Tanzanians. Interesting. Locally, the move has generally been welcomed amid growing concerns that foreigners, including Chinese nationals, all right, now I can understand that, have been encroaching on smaller trades. Now, the Chinese love to do that. Here, we were seeing that tomatoes were being grown in Africa. And so now you've got the Chinese competing against that and growing tomatoes and making tomato paste. It was not only Africa, but Italy. Italy was making tomato paste, right? Now Italy was the capital of tomatoes. And so now you're seeing they have encroached into that industry. And now a lot of your tomato paste or your tomato sauces, all those things that the Italians were known for, it's being grown in China. It's being produced in China. Another industry that's being encroached upon, South Africa and Botswana are feeling the pinch. Botswana's feeling the pinch now from these lab grown diamonds. Now, I would prefer diamonds from Botswana and South Africa myself, but they're feeling the pinch so much because China's growing these lab-grown diamonds, and Chinese young professionals are preferring lab-grown diamonds. And so there's been so much publishing about it and so much information that's been pushed out about it. And so I can understand, right, wanting to limit the Chinese. What I don't get, I don't quite get or quite understand why we limit our own people, the Kenyans, the people from the diaspora from the West who are coming in to trade and do business in celebration and in cooperation with our people in Africa. Now, I just don't, I hope that's, I just don't want that to be the case, but I do understand, right? I understand the Chinese, you get it, okay? Because we got to stick together, you, me, and you, and us, okay, we's. Last year, traders at Dar es Salaam's bustling Karikou shopping district went on a strike to protest against aggressive taxation and unfair competition from Chinese traders. Yes, we welcome this decision because it protects the livelihood of Tanzanian traders, says Mushi. This is a direct quote. Severin Mushi is the head of the Karikou Traders Association. They were seeing their livelihoods being encroached upon, and they wanted to protect. I get that. You want to protect the livelihoods, the things that you're doing, because what can happen is we've seen how this works. The Chinese will come in and they will copy everything. They will copy everything that people are doing, and then they'll sell it for cheaper. And so you have to protect your authenticity, your copyrights, your value. And so I'm hoping this is what it does, and that it doesn't impact Kenya. It doesn't impact East Africans who are, truly African. I hope, and it doesn't impact the diaspora. That's what I'm hoping, okay? And you guys, we just have to keep watch. This is why we have to have this information, these conversations, because we have to watch. We're investors now. We have to watch, okay? So violators risk fines. This is serious. 6 months in jail and the loss of visa and work permits. Ooh. Okay. Jafo added that he hoped the ban would also encourage foreigners to invest in large-scale businesses. So they're not going to be able to compete with smaller businesses. You got to be large-scale. But the move has been met with anger in Kenya, okay? And with some arguing that it violates the East African Community, EAC, agreements that guarantee free movement of people and trade among its 8 member states. And so this is interesting and it's important. And so we have got to remain able to trade with each other, but we have to see how we're going, we're going to say we're going to do it, we're going to create bans with the Chinese. We need to make sure that it's in language so that this East African trade agreements can still stand and be viable, because we still need to trade with, as Africans, we need to, in the diaspora also, we need to be able to trade with each other, create trade alliances, agreements, and make sure that our trade is viable and is able to continue regardless of what other people do. You get me, you feel me. Okay, comment below. The Kenyan trade minister, Lee, all right, I'm gonna put his name on the screen, called for the ban to be removed, saying it would hurt both Kenyans and Tanzania's economy. Now, I don't think it needs to be removed. That's just my opinion. I just think it needs to be clarified. Okay, I think we just need clarification. That's all. It is therefore critical in the spirit of EAC, which is the East African Community Agreement. Is, we talked about that earlier, that bilateral engagements be held to resolve these issues. So we need to have bilateral conferences and summits. We're having the summit in Kenya, the investor summit in Kenya. This is why being a part of a trade alliance, being a part of a summit is so helpful and so important, right? It's important. It is important. National Assembly Trade Committee Chairman Bernard Shinali warned the move could trigger reciprocal restrictions. If it's for the Chinese, we just need to be confident and we need to have this clarified, because it should not be a thing that is for everyone, right? We need to protect our own, but protect Africa and be able to create continued trade. But where we are as a diaspora and as EAC within the economic trade zones, and also trade with West Africa, wherever it may be, South Africa, Central Africa, we're keeping all of this trade going no matter where we are. And we really define that it's for the Chinese, or it's for this, or it's for that, because we don't want to stop trade or diminish trade in any way. Keep these coins rolling, honey, for everyone, for the people, for the children, for schools, for prosperity, for wealth, for African peoples, all right, around the world. And so there are many Tanzanians working in our mining sites too, right? And so in Kenya. And so it is clear that Tanzanians have gone a bit too far, is what he's saying. This gentleman is saying, Bernard Shinali. It's a bit clear. It's clear that Tanzanians have gone too far, and we should cut links with them. I think that's a bit much. What do y'all think? Should Kenya cut ties with Tanzania? I think there just needs to be I think we need to hold on, and we just need to talk about it and clarify. Okay. Veteran Kenyan hotelier Mohammed Hershey also questioned Tanzania's move to restrict occupations for foreigners. Sometimes it's important to focus on the bigger picture. Protectionism will never help a country to thrive, he said on X. And so we just need clarification. If it's for the Chinese, and that's what we're doing, and I agree, the Chinese come in and they we welcome them in. Now, it's never worked. It has never worked for us to be so welcoming and inviting of some foreign nationals and I don't, you consider me how you consider us, right, who are coming from the West and from the diaspora. I don't necessarily consider ourselves as foreign nationals, but I do respect Tanzania's choice, in any country in Africa, their choice, right, as we repatriate or come back or become expats to to the country, to the continent, I should say. I respect that. Right now, how I feel and what they think and their rules is a whole it's a whole complicated other thing. But I think we just need to work through it. I think we all need to take a step back and work through it. And so many other Kenyans, because I think this impacts Kenya, and Kenyans are, if you don't know, are keyboard ninjas. So they will type you out, okay? Look, you ever read any of the comments, they will type, honey, they be on them keyboards. You hear me? And so many of the Kenyans have also raised concerns on social media, describing Tanzania's policy move as a big challenge to regional integration. Tanzanians are doing all manner of businesses in Kenya without any hindrance. And so Tanzania and Kenya have experienced periodic political economic tensions, so this is not new. Tanzania's implementation of protective tariffs and import bans has in the past drawn criticism from its regional partners. In fact, in May, Kenya's foreign affairs minister said that about 250,000 Kenyans lived there, worked, or did business in Tanzania, something he noted as he emphasized the need to preserve cordial relations. And so one thing you need to know, if you're going to be investing on the continent, you need to do your research. You need to do your research. You need to do your research not only on how they are, what's going on, and how the foreign or how investors are, working in the country and what the opportunities are. You also need to, as a foreigner, you need to keep an eye and keep your mind on what is happening with foreign investors. Like, is this a place where foreign investors can participate? Have there been problems in the past? So you need to know history. There's so many things that we need to know, and we need to research. And that's why being a part of a trade alliance like ADITA, I'm the founder and president of ADITA along with my husband, Milton. And so this is why it's important that you have this research on that's going on, and that you have someone looking out for your interest, right? And you need to know what's happening regionally. You need to know what's happening with alliances and trade opportunities with within an EAC, within the East African community. So you partners or West African community and partners within the Sahel, wherever you are, whatever region you're in, you need to know what's happening locally, regionally, and globally. Yes. Okay. Because this is important. We're going to keep watching. Okay. We're going to keep watching because we want to know what's going on. I have friends who own properties. My husband and I, we know of a beautiful couple that owns a property in Tanzania, and they are using that as an investment property, as a retirement property for them, for themselves, and for their children to pass on for generations and to create generational wealth. And so we're going to see how this is going to impact them, because it looks like or if it will impact them at all. Maybe it won't impact them at all. And I know there are people in Tanzania who are doing retail business, but it looks like once you have these business licenses, if with the current plan as it stands, once you have business licenses, and once those business licenses expire, that you won't be able to renew them. And that is concerning. If you stuck around to the end, put a diamond down in the comment. Okay, put a diamond down in the comments if you stuck around to the end. All right, we are headed to Kenya. Yes, we're headed to Kenya. You're going to want to be a part of that trip. We're just an investment opportunity. It's an exploratory trip for to find to talk about your citizenship and residency, to also explore retail and investment opportunities, residential opportunities. You won't want to miss it. Okay, you're not gonna want to miss this. Okay, so stay tuned. Visit my website. I'll leave everything linked below. Also join my email list so you are always connected. You can join this channel. It helps to support me. Join ADITA, where we really delve in deep and talk about investment opportunities. This is a trade alliance, and so you have people supporting you and who are working towards trade opportunities here and on the continent for us as the diaspora. So you want to be a part of that. I have membership levels and you can join. I'd love to have you be a part of it. We're having our first trade summit. We're having our first investor summit, I should say, in Kenya in November, and you will want to be a part of that. So join us, right? Because this is about creating generational wealth. This is about creating wealth for our retirement. This is about creating wealth for now. And we have this wonderful opportunity. It's a new opportunity. It's a new day. And that new day includes you and me. I love you guys so much. All right, this is SYNOLVE signing off. I love you guys. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're special. You're intelligent. You're talented. You are amazing. I love you guys. This is SYNOLVE signing off, and I'm going to see you in another video real soon. Bye-bye, guys.